That's okay. I know it's there, Larry. Well, baby, let me light your fire. Thank you guys for coming forward. We're going to start all over again because the mic wasn't on. Not everybody was in here. Okay, Dennis, are we ready? Are we ready?
Anytime you're ready.
Okay. Okay, rerun.
Ask David if you're ready.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming to Family Life Forum. This is the month of November, and we are going to be hearing about disaster preparedness. Our own presenters from our church right here are Helen Martinez, Lisa Santos, and Martha Silva. Now, Martha, on a daily basis, is a teacher assistant, and I know she works really hard in a classroom with special students. Lisa has training as a counselor, and Helen has been an administrator for the School of Allied Health. She was the Dean of Admissions and Records and Allied Health Professionals. Okay, and so as we observe the increasing frequency of disasters occurring around us, it is essential that we take the necessary steps to prepare. And I'm glad that you guys have come this afternoon because it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when we will have a disaster. And so I'm going to ask Miss Lisa to come up and have the opening prayer. Ahead and get started. At the end, there will be possibly a Q&A if you have questions. And just remember to raise your hand and I'll bring you the mic.
Happy Sabbath, everyone. Hi, did you guys have a good potluck? Yes. Okay, pray for us so we don't get food come up here. But let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Dear kind, loving Father, thank you for the life you've given us. Teach us to plan with wisdom and peace, Lord, and without fear. Not with fear, Lord, but out of love and faith. May everything we discuss today bring comfort and clarity to our hearts. In Jesus' name, amen. So this portion of the presentation, I'll be going over those blue books that you have in your hand. Okay, and the first part is estate planning. Let me just get over here to, okay. Okay, what is estate planning? Does anyone know? Do you want to participate here? Or? Well, basically it's about the, what else? Just exactly your property, all your monies, your assets. That's the estate planning. You know, it's a process, and we have to make a lot of decisions, and sometimes we avoid it, you know, because we have to think of end of life things. But because we belong to God, we know there's a hopeful end. Correct? Okay, and I just wanted to add this verse in Psalms 90, verse 12. I don't know if I have it. I don't have it up there. But it says here, teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. So right now today, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to gain wisdom, so because the Lord wants us to be prepared in all situations, okay? It's also a reminder that life is a gift, and also the people that we leave behind. We're caring for them as well. When we plan well, when we meticulously fill out these forms and have it on hand. It's really important to have that on hand. When my parents passed away, I mean, just to gather all the forms, take care of the funeral arrangements, just everything like that. And this blue book, you can have it all in your hand. You can have it safe in your disaster preparedness bag, have it there with you, or you tell family members where you put it so they can access it, okay? So let's start opening up to our books. And I'm going to briefly go over it because there's a lot of information, okay? If you open it up, you're going to see the emergency binder and end-of-life arrangements. Now, I'm only going to go over the estate planning because the end-of-life arrangements has a lot of redundant information, okay? But it's separate. You're planning your estate, and then the next packet is going to be the end-of-life stuff, you know? So we'll go over that. Okay. So this is basically your cover page, and you just estate of Lisa Santos and the date. And then here's your personal information. Okay, your Social Security, birth date, documents, really important documents, birth certificate, marriage license, military discharge. Is everyone following along in your book? Okay. Not everyone has a book, or the family can share. Okay.
Do you need a book, Pastor?
Passport. And you see on the right column, it says location. What does that mean? Is it accessible? Can you list where you put these documents? Okay, you can put it in a binder, and then you could put the location of each document. It could be kind of redundant, so you could just put, you know, the quotes there. You can put in the file cabinet, the lock, the key, you know. And then you have the passport, also the will, power of attorney, medical directives, that's really important. ID cards, medical insurance cards, and location of keys, like extra spares, you know. You want to have spares, you want to put it in a good location, and you're going to write the location on this right side, okay? So the burial plot and the list of medications, okay? And this is a list of medicines. If you have a list of medicines, where it can be found, and equipment. You have a CPAP machine, you have a, you know, air tank, you know, whatever, a wheelchair, or, so that's a good thing to have. Okay, the next document is having your bank documents and where to find them. And you could put a little note for whoever is trying to dig up these files. Titles and deeds, credit cards, where are they? Where are the credit cards? Tax returns.
How many years should you save your tax returns?
Oh, I don't know.
3 years?
3? Oh, 3 years. Okay. Carmen? Oh, is it 5 years? 5? Okay.
You should ask the person doing your taxes. That way you will have the right
That's right. Okay. So This document page is investments. What investments and where are they? Trust and power of attorney, mortgage and loan, and personal documents. This may seem tedious, but it's really important information for your loved ones to know where these things are. Okay, life insurance, health insurance, auto insurance, and home insurance or fire insurance, earthquake insurance. California has a lot of insurance. And then the banking information, savings, what bank, what is the account number, certificate of deposit, okay. And just more in-depth information about banking. And you wouldn't think that this was important, but it is. Actually, it is. Yes?
I've experienced this myself when my parents passed. It was a nightmare. They were not prepared. I
Yeah.
didn't know where anything was. My mom had a really good filing system. My dad didn't. So what I've done for myself is all of these things, they're very important, but when something happens to you, whether you die or you're incapacitated in coma and can't tell anybody anything, you're doing all your banking online. Put your passwords to everything for your banks someplace, and all of these things. I got a portable filing box that you can just pick up and carry. So if there's a fire, you can, everything's together, put it in the car, as opposed to having it in my filing system. So if something happens to me, I just tell them where my box is, and in that box is everything in here that you're mentioning, including all my passwords, all my websites that I pay my bills to, all of that stuff in one place, because when they're afraid and full of grief or something happens, they're not going to be able to sort it out.
That's right. Thank you for
So
that.
I don't want to leave a mess for whoever's going to deal with me.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a good idea. Thank you. So, Susan?
Yes.
She was mentioning that we should list passwords because a lot of us do online banking. We pay our bills online, so it's good to have a record of that because if we don't have the password for our loved one, we can't get into it, you can't fix what's going on. So that is really good. Thank you for that. Okay, so these are just, it gets into details, this booklet of what to record. And yeah, this is the monthly income and expenses. And then you get to insurance. You got the medical, you got the dental, you got the long-term disability, and life insurance. These are all really important. I would red flag these. And then homeowners insurance, I think we went over that. Auto, personal property insurance. And then you get into the pensions, 401k, IRAs, and then what is SEP and others? What is that? Okay. A little, a page for notes. Maybe you can put your passwords on this blank page, and the websites of the credit cards or any accounts that you want people, close relatives, to know. All right. So this one is monthly payments of pensions, RAs, and annuities. Right. So it has columns so you can organize one by one and putting the account number and then the monthly payment. Okay. Again, these are accounts and assets. And these are potential assets to consider, okay? Well, you got cash, pension and Social Security, saving bonds, annuity, okay, yes. the IRA, savings account, checking account, oops, so sorry. Checking accounts, mutual funds, stocks and bonds, house, vehicles, jewelry, real estate, boat, RV, motorcycle, any art, from, Picasso, whatever, furniture, all the valuables there, okay? So this is, that is the estate planning. So if you turn, you go towards the end, and it says end of life arrangements, okay? I didn't get to put it on the slides, but if you turn there, there's a lot of information that you can put that's kind of redundant, kind of repetitive. But the end of life is concentrated on the funeral planning. What else? What else is there, do you see? I'm trying to turn to it.
What you want done with you, whether you want to put your status as being a no code, a full code, everything that you want to happen to you if you're not able to speak for yourself should be
Right.
legally put someplace.
Right. Wouldn't that be power of attorney or?
Yes, but it's even more, it's more detail. You can get the form from your doctor, and then you fill out exactly what you want to have happen or not have happen.
Oh, is that the medical directives? Yes. Okay. Okay. So that is here in the end of life in case of emergency. So you have a list where you can put your allergies, your medication list, emergency contacts, okay? What your medical condition is here. And you can put a little note, okay? Just more information, emergency information, okay? Here, his is end of life directives. So you really want to fill this out in detail and just keep this blue folder somewhere, maybe in your disaster bag or somewhere in a file cabinet, you know where to go to get it, okay? Or a safe with a combination, but you also need to give that combination to a person that you totally trust, okay? So, what's that?
You can put it in the book.
There you go. There you go. In the blank notes page. All right. So this concludes my part of the presentation. Miss Helen Martinez is going to come up and present.
We have a comment.
Oh, yes.
Live alone. I have purchased, like it's probably $15 on Amazon, a lockbox, like the realtors have on your doorknob, but I put mine around my gas, what's it called? Meter, yeah. So that you can tell the police or fire department what the number is, and then you can have a set of keys so they don't break down your house when they do a wellness check or something. And also for your family, if they need to get into your house if something happened to you, then your keys are already in the lockbox. They're very inexpensive, and then if you called 911 and your door is locked, they will kick it down if they don't have another way in.
So, this is really valuable information that Lisa's given us. I'm lucky, kind of, because I only have one child, and she has everything. She's on all my accounts, everything. So we're already ready should something happen to me. But all the information Lisa gave is really good. So, I'm here to talk about, what am I talking about? What to do during disaster and survival skills. Okay. Why should we learn about survival skills? Because disasters can come suddenly. What can we think of? Earthquakes, fires, power outages, severe storms like one we had that a couple weeks ago. I thought it was going to shake the house apart. They remind us how fragile life can be, but as children of God, we don't have to live in fear, as Lisa pointed out. We prepare, yes, but we prepare in faith. Why should we learn survival skills? Preparedness isn't about fear, it's about faith in action. It's how we care for ourselves, our families, and one another as the body of Christ. Being prepared reduces fear and saves lives, not just our own, but our families and friends from church or wherever around us. So disasters test our faith, but they also revealed the strength of our community. Now we have some beautiful promises to hold on to, because this is part of not fearing. God has some beautiful promises in his word. Deuteronomy 31:8 says, "And the Lord, he is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear, nor be dismayed." Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye." So the first step is stop. The S stands for stop and stay calm. Pray and remember God is guiding you. Because when something really disastrous happens, we tend to panic. But as Christians, we know that God is in control. So the very first step we should do is to remember to get on our knees and pray. Bring the family together, or if it's just you, pray by yourself. The T, think about your situation. Okay, what should I do next? We should all have kits or backpacks, things that are ready should something happen. Like if an earthquake happens and half of your house caves in, you should be able to access whatever it is. Sometimes people put them in their cars, in the trunk, right? Or maybe like an outhouse. Like I have this huge storage container. I don't think anything will blow it up or anything. For sure, a storm's not going to carry it away. So think about that. O is for observe your surroundings. Check it out after the shaking stops, if it's an earthquake. And then look around, see what is salvageable, see what you can save or whatever. And P, plan what to do next. And then it tells us to refer to the family plan. That'll be later down the road. When it's safe, contact your church or emergency leader or prayer partner. So, Lisa and Martha and I have been talking. When we talk, be careful, beware. No. But there's method to our madness. So we're thinking potentially that since we've kind of put, what is it called that your mom did? Community services kind of like on hold. We're thinking maybe we can start something at the church for disaster should it happen, because there's a lot of us that live close by. And, you know, meeting at the church instead of people that are single, that are by themselves, or go pick up people that are a little further out and bring them so we can be together and help each other. Follow your home plan. Check on family. Turn off the gas and electricity and the water. I found out where my water meter is. My nephew showed me yesterday. I had no idea. And get to a safe area. refer to your family plan again. Come on. Okay. Here we have this, it's in your blue, it's cardstock actually. So you can cut those out and fill them out and give them to people that you would like to have the information about your family emergency plan. This is for families like that have kids and other people living in the home. Some of us don't have that, but some of you do. So think about this, filling out the form and giving a copy to whoever you like in your family. How to create a family emergency plan. Hold a family meeting. Create the emergency plan with the family members. Discuss the importance of being prepared and review the types of disasters that might occur in your area. We know we're very prime for earthquakes, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Anything else? Power outages.
Wildfires.
Fires. Oh my goodness, those fires in the summer, they get pretty close. So make sure all of your family members understand their roles during an emergency. How to create a family emergency plan. Identify the meeting locations. Choose 2 places to meet in case your family is separated. And I think this applies also to, I'm thinking of single ladies, especially in our church, because I'm one. If we can all meet somewhere together, and I think this is kind of part of what we're envisioning for the future, so that we can be more of a church community and look out for each other, not every person out there for themselves, because that's kind of scary and panicky. Okay? One location close to home, such as a neighbor's house, or the church, or my house. A second spot farther away if you must evacuate the neighborhood. So I think we might consider all of these things as we further plan. How to create a family emergency plan. Create an emergency contact plan. Designate an out-of-town friend or relatives as your emergency contact. We all have family members or friends that aren't up here in the desert and hopefully not too far away. As it might be easier to make a long-distance call if our cell phones are working during a disaster. Some people have CB radios, you know, and that's really handy. I have a friend who has one, and he belongs to this whole community of people on the CB that, you know, alert each other to things and make plans, that kind of thing. Provide each family member with the emergency contact information, and teach everyone how to text if they don't already know, or use other communication tools. I know I didn't, you know, you get your phone and you're like, what is this all about? I didn't know how to text till my daughter says, Mom, I'm not a person that likes to talk on the phone much, so you have to learn how to text. I'm like, gee, okay. So she taught me how to text. How to create a family emergency plan. Number 4, plan for special needs and pets. I don't know how many of you have pets, but there we go. Some people here do. So you have to remember to plan for them as well as for human beings. Consider medical, mobility, or communication needs for every family member. So if you have someone living with you that needs a wheelchair or needs, like Lisa was saying, oxygen, you have to make provisions for all of that ahead of time, not when it's happening. Include arrangements for your pets in your planning and evacuation routes. Number 5, Prepare a survival emergency supply kit. Gathering of supplies for at least 3 days of food, water, medications, flashlights, batteries, and first aid materials. At this point, I'm going to go through this little handy emergency kit that the three of us came up with. First of all, here's these beautiful scriptural promises that we went over together, and that's at the top, so that's what we think about first. Here we have a first aid kit. Has bandages, Band-Aids, that kind of stuff. Then we have here batteries. If you don't have a battery pack, like one to charge your phone and to keep it charged at all times, because they last for a little while, the charge stays on it, but keep it active so that if the power does go out and you can't plug in your phone, you can use that to continue being able to communicate if the satellites and internet is available.
Comment.
Yes, Susan.
This sounds bizarre, but I was thinking about this lately. Like if you you don't have a cell phone, the battery is gone, you don't have electricity, you can't make a call, right? I saw a person take a potato and stick a quarter on the side of the potato to another potato, and then put the plug in one potato and then charge the phone, and it works.
Really?
Yeah, now it's probably the slowest trickle charge in the world, but you can charge your phone that way.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, weird.
Did you all hear that? The potato charge.
That's what I see on TikTok.
Could you say that direction again?
Oh yeah. You take 2 potatoes, you put a quarter in between the two. Put the quarter inside half of the potato and the other one, smash it together. You put the plug in one side, and then you charge the phone.
Wow, that's ingenious. That's very ingenious. I never would have thought of that in a million years. Okay, so continuing with what we have in our little flashlights. Flashlights are really important, right? We should all have flashlights. Probably one in each room. Good idea. A big one that you can see all over the place, plus these handy Dollar Tree flashlights that you can just go to your Dollar Tree and buy a few of them and have them handy. And of course, batteries. Remember batteries, I already showed you that. A whistle. What is a whistle for? Oh, rescue me. Here I am. Okay, if you're buried under the roof and you need help. Great. Here are some flushable wipes. Flushable wipes. Flush. These emergency, like space blankets, have you ever tried one on? They're pretty warm. They really are. They sure crinkle a lot, and I don't know how you're going to sleep because of the noise, but they work. So, and they're pretty cheap. Okay, all these things, you can go look at the Dollar Tree. If you can't find them at the Dollar Tree, you can always go on Amazon, right? Everything's on Amazon. And then we have these. These are for water, to make water potable, where you can drink it. Don't just get any water out of anything like an old pipe or something and drink it. You might get in trouble. But these you can put into water. I have a whole bunch of like 75-gallon barrels full of water. Whole bunch of them. So these are just suggestions of things that you can make your own disaster preparedness Oh, there's other things over here. Let's look at what Martha brought along. Martha's like, who, me? Okay, tissue. Tissue and toilet paper, right? You better put some toilet paper in your kit. Masks. If there's a bunch of I don't know what in the air, this is a good idea, right? We all might have masks left over from COVID, right? At least don't get all that dust in your lungs. Gloves. Gloves are good to have handy. You don't know what you're going to have to pick up or touch or whatever. Oh, what's this, Martha? It's a little lantern. Can you demonstrate it? Wow,
You can charge it with the UV charger.
nice.
Or
Or
potato.
you can use 2 potatoes.
That kind takes care of it.
Here we have one of those little radios to,
It's a hand crank.
oh, it's a hand cranked radio. It doubles as a flashlight. There's all kinds of really cool things if you go online. Look at that, power
And there's your flashlight.
and the flashlight. I like those little things that go around your head and you're like a coal miner. Do we have any of those? Shucks. Okay, then we have these handy tools that have bottle openers, knives, spoons, forks, whatever your little heart desires. Here's one with a spoon and a fork. Dennis, this was made for you. There he is. Then we have, what is this, Martha? A light?
Push light. You can mount them under cabinets, or they're very portable and they're very bright. Especially
And where did you buy that?
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree and Home Depot, my 2 favorite places to shop. They're actually really, really bright. And this one is magnet, so if you have anything metal you want to stick it to. And they're portable or mountable.
What else do we have here, Martha?
I think that's a
Oh,
flint lighter.
these are the flint to start a fire. If you don't have a match, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. I've seen it on Survivor. Oh, what's this? Personal water filter straw. Okay, you can drink dirty water with this and not die, hopefully.
Helen, you're out of
Yes, dear. Oh, I'm off camera, sorry. Sorry, David. Oh, look at here. This is a
hammer,
hammer.
screwdriver,
Oh my goodness.
axe. Then you have your blades, your bottle opener, your knife. Amazon. Is there a picture up there?
These gadgets that Martha has accumulated are very handy. I mean, if something happens, you would be happy to have Martha's toolkit, wouldn't you? I would. I think I'm going to go places she went and buy these. I have some stuff. What's this?
Food.
Oh, food.
Probably not as good as what you brought.
I hope it's not Soylent Green. I don't know if some of you got that reference or not.
It has a 5-year shelf life. And there are, I believe, 6 rations in here. Doesn't say exactly what it is.
Comment, question?
More lights. And
I don't-
light stick.
I don't know
Yes, Linda.
how many of you are aware.
Laura.
There are several companies, I'm sure, but the one I'm aware of is called For Patriot, and they actually make solar-powered. They sell food rations. They sell all kinds of stuff. They sell little portable phone chargers that are all rechargeable by the sun, and also generators. They're pretty expensive, but I did do a little research. I understand that I'm not sure about the phone chargers, but the generators, the battery can be charged about 20 times. But if it's something you want to store, you only need it, for, maybe a few days or something, but it might be a good option. But they have lots of stuff like this. I haven't checked their website for some of this stuff, but it's called 4 Patriot, in case
Very
anybody's
good.
interested.
And don't forget matches. You don't want to be using that flint and it not work, right? So don't forget your matches. Keep them dry though. Put them in a baggie or something. You can get waterproof matches. Very good. Susan has in her car, she has a whole bug out bag in her car. That is so smart. See, that's what this is. All right, so another thing, like you were saying, Patriot, all of these are MREs, meals ready to eat. They're all available online. You can order them. Of course, they're not cheap, but they last like 20 years. And all you do, as Martha is doing, is you open the pouch, you put in some hot water.
Or cold if it's the granola.
What's that?
Or cold if it's granola.
Oh, or cold water if it's granola. And let it just steep for 9 minutes, it says. And after that, you have food. And
Dinner's
depending
ready.
on how many people you have with you, you can like ration it, or you can give people a pouch of something. So it's really important to think about this ahead of time, because if something happens and you don't have anything ready, what are you going to do? I mean, I know God is number one. He takes care of us, right? He always has, and he always will. But we need to do a little bit of our own part, don't you think? Yes. So, good. Here are pictures of water bottles, which we all have water bottles. Here at the church, Dennis always has us supplied with water bottles, right? I can't emphasize flashlights enough, because if it happens in the middle of the night is really long if you're unsure of what's happening. Oh, don't forget the can openers, because that's another thing. Go buy some canned goods. They last quite a while and you can rotate them. So what if you don't like peas that much in the can? Make yourself eat them. Because if the time comes, you're going to eat peas, okay? And everybody, get some beans and rice, right? That lasts for a while. And beans and rice are good together. You won't starve. Cash. It's always good to have some cash on hand, don't you think? I think so. That credit card, debit card isn't always the best, because there's a lot of things that happen, cyber hacking, all kinds of stuff, and they get into your account and drain it, etc. What else do we have? Oh, warm clothes and shoes, sturdy shoes. Who knows if we're going to have to go trudging through a bunch of mud and rocks and sand and all that stuff, right? That's really good to have in the trunk of your car. How about sleeping bags, pillows, blankets, right? Did you say guns? John says have a gun ready. A BB gun. How about one of those pop guns? Your prescriptions, if you have any medication that you have to have, you better have that somewhere where you can grab it and be ready to, because no one's going to be able to help you with certain medications if you don't have them. I don't have any on hand. I don't take any. So remember all of the, personal hygiene and sanitation items. You know, us ladies, we like to be clean and smell pretty. If you have children or grandchildren, some toys to keep them from screaming and yelling all day and all night. Get them some snacks. So you see some tools. Tools are really important too. My nephew bought a hammer this week, and it's really interesting. At the top of the hammer, it has like a magnetic thing where you put the nail in, and you just put once, and the nail goes in. I'm like, really? You mean you don't have to smash your fingers as you're hammering the nail in? I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, number 6, a map. A map of your evacuation plan. So if you have other people in your house, you know, if you have a special way to get out of there quickly, like a sliding glass door, a window in the back, because you never know if a fire is going to start. How are you going to get out of the house, right? It isn't always the best way to go through the front door. So practice how to leave your home quickly and find, Dennis.
If you have a second floor, your ladder from the second floor.
Oh,
So, on a rope down or whatever. Don't get your sheets and too late for the sheets.
you could have a trampoline down at the bottom.
Yeah.
But yes, that's very true. If you have 2-story or 3-story home, make a way to get out of there without just jumping on the ground. Okay. Know where local shelters are located and plan for pet-friendly options if you have pets. Practice your plan. Regularly review and rehearse the plan with your family at least twice a year. Update it as you need to, especially after practicing or if your household changes. Everybody needs to know what it is. If it's just yourself, you know what it is, I hope. Church communication, number 8. Use text chains like WhatsApp or group chats to check on members. We ladies have a WhatsApp group, chat group, and we're always posting on there. If you're not on it, ladies, and you want to be, just let Lisa know, Lisa or me, and we can add you. That way we can stay in communication as to what's needed, if you need somebody to come pick you up, or whatever you might need, or sharing things. It's a really good way to communicate. Assign members for communication supplies and emotional support. So that's kind of what we are thinking about doing, okay? It's not for sure yet. Yes, Susan.
If you guys do that, I'm in.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I was thinking about maybe elderly people that, like some
Like
don't
me?
drive. If a disaster happens and you want to meet at the church, have some plan as to who's going to pick up who, if you're able to.
Yes.
And then I
Yes.
would gladly volunteer to be a medical person if anybody's
Excellent.
injured or whatever. We can
You're
talk
a
about
nurse,
it later.
right?
Yeah, ER.
Yeah. Great, great. Anybody that wants to volunteer like that, you're very welcome to join us. And then have a safe gathering point. Yes,
As
John.
part of the necessary for cooking is a portable stove with canisters of propane available. Because if you have a pack of a month's supply or 2 months' supply of food, you're going to need something to heat it up with.
True.
So a portable stove and some canisters of propane to go with it.
Unless if you like crunchy noodles. Very true, thank you. Okay, so a safe gathering place. That's why I say the church parking lot is good. Assistance for vulnerable members, which is what Susan just pointed out. Check on seniors, single parents, anyone with health challenges. Very good. Yes.
You mentioned seniors.
Yes.
You're talking about anybody over 39, right?
Yes, you're included, John.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, John, we'll include you.
Okay, so what are the priorities? Number 1, first aid. Treat life-threatening injuries first. That's why we need you, Susan. Anybody else that's medically oriented?
Hey, John.
John, yes, of course. Anyone else? I know how to put Band-Aids on real well. Number 2, shelter. Protection from the elements. If it's a huge storm, because you never know up here, 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute it's the rain is going to flood you. Fire, how to build a fire. So those matches and the flints, yeah. Water, you have to have water on hand. You know how much water you drink every day, right? We all need water. That's one of the very basic things we need for life support. Air and water, food. Signaling for rescue. Mirror flashes, fire or markings. I don't know about those. The whistle, yes. And food. Yes. Is that it? Oh, now we have some scenarios we're going to go over. Lisa has some good scenarios here.
Right. So, in California, what do you think is one of the disasters that we experience the most in California? Fire. No politics. Fires and also earthquakes. So, we are going to switch that. Oh, okay. Scenarios. All right. Okay, earthquakes. Okay, if you are in a bed or a chair, stay there. Use a pillow, your arms, or a blanket to protect your head and neck, and then hold on until shaking stops. For me, my experience, once I hear it, I run somewhere. But yeah, remember the stop. Remain calm. If you are using a walker or wheelchair, lock the wheels if possible. Stay seated and cover your head with your arms, pillow, or a book. Has to be a big book. If you are able, get as low as possible, okay? If you are standing, drop to the ground and cover your head and neck with your arms. We were going to do a little skit, but you guys got the idea. If possible, crawl under a sturdy table or desk for cover. If there is no cover, crouch down next to an interior wall, away from windows or heavy furniture. Can someone tell me why is that? Right. You don't want glass shards on you or, you know. What's that? Oh, okay. Okay. After shaking stops, stay alert for aftershocks. Turn on portable radio and listen for updates and news. The radio over there. Check for injuries on yourself or others. Okay. And I think we also mentioned to have a safety first aid kit. Okay. In your, it's good to have some scissors, some sterile gauze, things like that. If you must move, have your mobility aid with you, like your cane, your walker, or wheelchair. All right. Any questions? Okay. Okay. When you're lost during a power outage, okay, you're alone, lights go out, what do? You stay put and stay calm. Use your flashlight or candles. What I've done, because we just had a power outage maybe like a month ago, and it was a long time. So I got all the candles that I could find on hand. So it's good to prepare yourself to keep certain flashlight in the kitchen, flashlight in the living room, flashlight in your bedroom, and you know where they are, so when a light goes out, you can access it. Call for help or wait in a safe place. Okay, just on the previous slides, we said call the church, call anyone, use the group apps, the WhatsApp in the women's group, things like that. Access to survival kit for supplies, okay? So that will go back with water if there's no electric, no, okay, quick review.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Stop, yes.
There is a light bulb that you can buy. It's not that expensive. Put it in the light that you use, that you have on a lot, and there is a self-charging mechanism in it. So as you're just using it regularly, it will keep that charged. And then if you don't have electricity, you can still use that lamp, and on the side of the light bulb is a USB port. So you could charge your phone or something else like that. If I can look and see what they call it, so I could maybe come back and let you know where to order it. I can't remember where I bought it now, but I do have one in the living room.
And maybe we can get together and make a list of things that we can post also on the bulletin board for people who didn't come to the meeting. And yeah, thank you so much. Where was I? Okay, communications number 2. Okay, refer to the family plan. Okay, you should have a copy of that in your backpack. Action, access supplies, the water, medications, food, shelter, and first aid supplies. Okay, does anyone have any questions?
If that's from an earthquake, should probably check to make sure the gas is not going
True.
out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Make sure you know where that tool is to shut it off.
Oh,
If it's in your shed, buried under something, make sure you know where to locate it.
it's like a key, like a.
Just as a suggestion, that if we can take the initiative as a church, since you're having this program, is to assign a team to put together a kit, announce it to the church leaders, the treasurer, for instance, what would it cost to have a kit made by this group for each family in the church to have it. Therefore, individuals, elderly, and so forth, probably don't have the time, or that maybe should making the time, but if the church took the initiative to put together a kit and include all the necessary things for emergency and then give it out to the church family, I think it would be a good idea.
Thank you, John. Yes, that is a good idea. How many of you think that's a good idea? Yeah, thank you.
I see emergency money.
Yeah, take up an offering for it.
Okay, there are other things that you can look up for resources, or if you have any extensive questions after this, you can go to ready.gov for emergency plans, the American Red Cross apps, and then ask your local senior center for training classes, because they do have training for this. Also, it's good to invest in a what do you call this? A generator, a really good generator.
Now that you mentioned generator, the company that Laura mentioned, Patriot, they do have generators available of different sizes that you can purchase, and they're solar. And you can buy one of their generators for a decent price, or have the church make an investment and have those generators available for utilization on it, because they're small, and you can have electricity for a 1,500 square foot home or 2,000 square foot home very easily, and they're solar powered.
Yeah. Yeah. A really good brand I heard is Blue Eddy. You can charge that, I forget how many hours, but it lasts a while. Okay. Are there any other questions that we can answer before?
We actually got a suggestion from one of our viewers on YouTube that says you need to vote in a designated people for emergency response and do actual practice drills.
That is good for disaster, or, hate to say it, the days we're living in, also active shooting. We want to be prepared for that.
And this person
as well.
also made mention that there's another company called Jackery. It's very similar to For Patriot. They have great brands and also a little bit more affordable on stuff.
Thank you, David. So there you go. We have several. We have Patriot. I have a flashlight that my mom had ordered from Patriot, and it's a blinker thing. You can charge it through the. Yeah, really good stuff. Okay, after the disaster, okay, gather information from reliable sources before traveling. Okay, you want to touch base with people, check in with your church family, organize help with food, shelter, and supplies, and then praying together for healing, strength, and for those who have suffered loss. The SEC had a training on, on helping people, spiritually, like a chaplain, almost like, but coming alongside them and helping them out emotionally and, mentally, because it's really stressful and it's devastating. And we have our demonstrations by Martha. I think I could do that. The presentation?
Yeah.
I think I can.
Because
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people aren't here, but that would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joyce brought me the phone. Thank you.
I get the fun part, the building part. 'Cause I love working my hands, and I build better than I talk. So this I want to say in the beginning is very, very absolute last resort. So if there's no electricity, you don't have any wood to burn for fire, you're going to be without power for days, you can use these. They do get quite warm. There's several ones that you can make. So this is just 2 candles in a simple bread pan sitting on top of Dollar Tree ceramic tiles. And they do get warm. We tested them, and we had them running I think we let them run like an hour, hour and a half, and we actually couldn't touch them by hand because they were very hot. As John suggested, a cooking stove. We have one. We did test this also. Like I say, very last resort, because it does take a good hour or so to heat up a pot of water. But, if you want soup, a cup of tea, boil your water to sterilize it, this will work nicely. And I have to tell you, this one is burning with a shortening candle, and it gets much hotter, and we'll explain that. This one here is another reason you would like to use the shortening candles, because your little teapot or tea light candles aren't very reliable. And I use this because even though I have tea light, it's hot. Inside here, you have several layers of bolts and nuts. And the reason that is because as you heat up the tea light candles, the metal will absorb the heat. And in absorbing the heat, it then is grasped by your terracotta pots and stays hot much longer. So can you see right here? These all get really hot, and it keeps your pot really hot, and then as you put the other one over it, it expands and lasts longer. But your tea lights are not always reliable.
Where do you buy that?
I built it. That's why I said I got the fun part. And we actually, in the back, there's a bucket that we're going to raffle off these 4 things. If anybody is interested in them, you can put your name in the bucket, and we'll draw. And you're welcome to come up and look at anything, but I do say use caution when you touch the pots, because they are very hot.
If you're not using tea lights, could you use a sterno can, like for the
You know what?
tea kettle one?
What really works good is just taking a jar of shortening. I melted it down because if you just kind of spoon it in, you know how it gets air. Just melt it down, put it in, refrigerate it, and then you stick a candle just right in the middle of it. These little ones will last you, I think, 20 to 30 hours.
So it's longer than sterno?
Yes, yes. These ones will last 30 to 50 hours of burning, and these ones, the 24-ounce jar, will last you 50 to 70 hours of continuous burning. And no. The candle, as it melts down, all it's doing is melting your shortening. So it gives a continuous burn, but not, they suggest a mason jar, so I'm going to say no, according to TikTok. And this 1 pound thing, shortening, you don't have to use Crisco, I just use a generic one. It's like about $6. Well, a candle this size, most of us who buy our candles, this is going to run you anywhere between $20, $30. So here you have all these. They're easy to make. Throw the lid back on, throw it in the refrigerator, throw it in your emergency kit, and you have candles for hours. And they heat really nicely for a stove. If you touch this, it's pretty hot. So I would say, don't touch without a pot holders. The candles inside are simple Dollar Tree candles. You want to cut it down, measure it, upside down, and cut it just below the edge. Also, what's important is trim your wick. If you keep your wick trimmed, you won't get the smoking. That's a good thing to remember. In my emergency kit, we have a lighter. It's like a automatic lighter. You recharge it on your computer. I would say don't do that. Use matches, because you never know when your batteries are going to die. This one here, if you come up and feel it, if you want to get into a small space, if you're not going to have any heat, it's really cold outside, this isn't going to heat a large room. But it will if you go into your closet, into your bathroom, an area that you have ventilation, like this. Make sure it's away from any type of clothing. So if you're in your closet, clear everything out, and it will keep you warm. You can feel the heat coming out the top here. And what else? So you have this one. You can cook on this one as well. It's still warm even with just the 2 little candles, but use your shortening candles. They burn hotter, faster, and longer. And we have some, if you're interested, we have little how to make your candles with shortening. They're very good. Shortening is much better than your candles also because they're not scented. so you're not going to have any of that perfume smell in the air. The shelf life is so much longer. They're cheaper. You can always find shortening anywhere. Stick it in your pantry. The powers go out. Stick a candle in it and light it. And when you're done, just throw a lid back on, throw it back in your pantry, throw it in the refrigerator if you're in a warm area, and it's good to go for next time. And also, if you have these little jars on them, the lids, you can put them in your car. I think that's, anything else I have up here to show? Yes.
How long do they last without the fridge? Or is that just if you're in a really warm area?
You know, I just stuck them in my pantry. They've been there, when did we make these? 2 weeks ago? So, and it's pretty stable. You know, you keep shortening in your pantry for a long time. It doesn't really melt unless you're in a really, really hot spot. So, yeah, and they last long, but you do want to measure it upside down. You don't want to go over the slip, and trim your wick. That'll reduce the smoking, so you don't get a bunch of smoke.
Just a quick note, shortening does go rancid after a period of time. I'm not sure how long, but it will eventually go rancid.
You can still burn it. You don't
Even
want
if it's
to eat
rancid?
it, but you can still burn it.
Oh, okay.
According to TikTok, you can still burn it.
You might not smell.
No, you don't want to eat it.
What?
I would think so, if you like the scent, yeah.
Oh, essential oil.
Yeah.
Right, why not?
Little citrus oil to give you some energy. Little lavender for nighttime. There you go. Yeah, lavender is good for stress also.
Valerian.
So, I think, yes. This one? I made it. It's just a mason jar. What candle? Oh, this vegetable shortening, yes. And then what I did, because this is a taller jar, was I bought at my favorite store, the Dollar Tree, just your regular standard candles. You're going to put it upside down, cut it just at the edge, and then just stick it in and trim your wick, and you're good to go. And you can leave it in there. You don't have to take it out.
How far do you have to trim the wick? Cut it in half?
I would say at least halfway, yeah. Because when I lit it, it smoked a lot, and I was looking up because I was concerned about the smell of smoke and stuff, and they say keep your wick trimmed, and it reduces the amount of smoke. I don't think it stops it completely, but it does reduce it. So, okay, we have, in the back is a little tin, yeah? This one? This one actually is an elbow to an air duct, Home Depot. This will heat you up. If you put your hand right here, you'll feel the heat. It's not going to make you sweat, but if you're freezing, it'll warm you up. With your Mylar blankets, you're good for the night. Between your blanket, the crinkling of your blanket and your whistle, they'll find you real quick. And also, in your emergency kits, it says medication. Make sure you have at least a 3-day medication. Because they say if there's ever a disaster, you want to make sure you have supplies to last you at least 3 days, especially your medication and water. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so in the back, we have that little tin jar. If you're interested in trying to win one of these, we're going to raffle them off. And a couple of these, and a couple little packets. And Helen has this one that she made, that if you'd like to grab a spoon and a plate right here, you're welcome to taste it. See, you can let us know. This one is chicken teriyaki. This one we didn't make because I didn't have cold water, but it's granola with blueberries. This one sounds really good. Yeah, this one takes cold water, though. Helen could answer that question.
Patriot. Is that an instant food?
Yes.
Is that water?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome to come taste it. We also, for the first 10 people that registered, we have a beginner emergency kit. So you want to build on it, add to it, whatever, personalize it. Okay? So the first 10 people who registered will get one of these. Yes, thank you. This side's covered up. When you make these are not really recommended if you have small children or unstable adults, because they are still a fire hazard. If you have a trip hazard, Also, you don't want them to put them in the middle of the floor. You want to make sure they're up in a safe area. Make sure you have a ceramic tile or something in between so it doesn't burn your table or your counter. But it is really important because, you know, they are candles, they are still fire hazards. So, you know, think safety first. These, like I say, are your absolute last resort. Is that it? We'll get the bowl and then we can do the raffle.
All right, we're going to go ahead and close the meeting, and then you can come up and look at things, and you can sign up for the raffle. I would like to thank Helen, Lisa, and Martha for all of this amazing stuff. Let's give them a big hand and the presentation. Excellent meeting. And, you know, we always give a gratuity every time someone speaks. We gave them theirs already because they purchased all this stuff. And so thank you, ladies. Really excellent. As a teacher, I would give you A++++. Give them another big hand. Yes, thank you. Okay, our next presentation is the second Sabbath of December. Wow, where did the year go? And Charmaine Phillipson, whose specialty is massage. She was our massage therapist for Spa Day for ladies this year, again. And her other specialty is natural remedies. So she will be presenting on natural remedies in December. So hope you guys, pardon me? No, she doesn't. She goes to, where is it? Pasadena Church, but she lives in Big Bear. And if you need massage, you can let me know and I'll contact her for you or give you her number so you can contact her. She will do that privately. Okay, now Miss Helen is going to come up and have prayer, and then you'll be dismissed to go back and sign up or come up and look at what they have up here. Okay.
Okay, if you look at this with me, the closing spiritual thought. And all are preparing, gathering supplies, making plans, checking lists. It's comforting to remember that our ultimate security rests in God. Psalm 46:1 reminds us, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Disasters may shake the world around us, but they cannot shake the foundation of our faith, right? All right. So I'm going to do closing prayer, and then we're going to do the raffle, and you can come up and look at whatever you like, so don't leave. Yes? Yes, and we will give the first 10 people their gift. Thank you, Dennis. Please bow your heads with me. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you that you're a God who protects us, who's always there with us, right by our side. Even though we don't see you, we know you are with us. So, Lord, thank you that we've had this opportunity to present all of this common sense and also new ideas from everyone that's here. I loved the interaction. Lord, bless us now as we prepare to go home and as we prepare our disaster preparedness kits. And thank you, Lord, for this wonderful church. I am so appreciative of each person in this church. They're all so near and dear to me, and I know that they are all your children. We are all your children. So we thank you with everything that we are. We praise you. Forever and over, we are your children. And Lord, save us for your kingdom. In spite of ourselves, you know our hearts. You know that we love you supremely and that we want to spend eternity with you. In the name of Jesus, amen. every month with different speakers. Thank you.